Today we face a crisis of confidence in the integrity of art as a cultural phenomenon. No longer are artists respected as the vanguard of human expression in a society seeking meaning in existence. Art has become an endless cycle of artist after artist begging questions without encouraging answers. Originality for its own sake without purpose other than its perpetuation. High-falutin conceptual entities with no perceptual value dominate galleries and public thinking, ultimately deflating the value of art as a philosophical and humanistic medium. Art will disappear as a cultural medium unless it can once again engage society at large in a meaningful dialogue about the nature of the human spirit. So long as art remains the exclusive profession of intellectually self-indulgent artists, seeking only validation, the conversation between society, art, and philosophy will stagnate and perish. This direction for art has been exhausted, and a new model of engagement with the public is required. One which is capable of extracting the means for artists to live and work as an independent philosophical class. For the world at large to respond to a need satisfied by art, mastery must be evident in the works themselves. It is difficult to ask the public to suspend its disbelief when faced with works which fail to make the distinction between an idea forced upon an object and an actualized artistic entity. To make art relevant to the lives of people, it must not sit in the safety of deliberately provocative sentiments. Mass media today is more diverse and dynamic than ever. Individual tastes are the focus of multiple systems of consumption, which allow for the explication of what has inherent value, and not just marketed to us by a controlling media. The music of Beethoven, for instance, currently has more than 50 million views on the first 5 YouTube video results alone. Anyone with access to YouTube and other free media services is at liberty to determine what is of value to themselves, rather than having to condition themselves to what limited choices they have been presented with. The music industry has been suffering in recent years as returns have diminished from sales of records and tickets to live concerts. These profits will continue to fall so long as free media is available to society. The collapse of a number of important models of funding, both private and public, has left artists with much less money than would support the independent lifestyle of the free-thinking composer, writer, or artist. Therefore, we propose a new model of digital patronage inspired by the models of private patronage which existed throughout the Renaissance, the Enlightenment, and the Romantic period. A patron who derives satisfaction from knowing that they have in some way contributed to the creation of that which they love and admire will be intimately connected with the art they have commissioned and sustained. This is not a fanciful, idealistic pipe dream. This is a real and sustainable model already tried and tested by the band Radiohead, whose album In Rainbows has sold 1.4 million copies at an average of £4. The preferred payment of the patron is the key element. The art which is publicly valued will survive, and that which is sustained through nothing but a cultural fiction will decay and diminish. The commodification of art as a product to be bottled, bought, and sold will disappear because the infinitesimal nature of digital supply renders material storage obsolete. Therefore, taste itself will become the focus of consumption rather than the maximization of one's paycheck. The monthly and one-off donations of patrons will sustain the lifestyle of dedicated artists, and the archetype of the patronized romantic will not die out as a species, but will flourish and potently take culture to new heights, revising the tragic trend of decline and stagnation in the interests of utilitarian, soulless consumption. We implore those who are passionate and dedicated to the principles of mastery, truth, and inquiry to seriously consider the implications of direct patronage for those for whom the quest for enlightenment is an imperative, not an option.